your attention. I'm running out your mind. Don't know the direction to your side. Got the wrong impression. I thought that we were fine, but now it's turned to ice. So you decide, and I just wait. I don't get you, I don't chase. So you decide, and I'll just save my time. I guess we'll never know, but don't say that you're sorry. Don't say that you're sorry, girl. 'Cause we came almost too close, but don't say that you're sorry. You don't really want me, girl. It's already broken. I don't wanna talk. I'm already looking for something more. But if you wanna link up, you can hit the line. Call me anytime. So you decide, and I'll just wait. I don't get you, I don't chase. So you decide, and I'll just save my time. I guess we'll never know, but don't say that you're sorry. Don't say that you're sorry, girl. 'Cause we came almost too close, but don't say that you're sorry. You don't really want me, girl. Don't leave me on, don't let my phone. Don't leave me on if you don't really want me, girl. Don't leave me on, don't let my phone. Don't leave me on if you don't really want me, girl. I heard that you wanna be something. Why you gotta treat me like nothing, yeah? I heard that you wanna be something. You're already talking. I guess we'll never know, but don't say that you're sorry. Don't say that you're sorry, girl. We came almost too close, but don't say that you're sorry. You don't really want me, girl. Don't leave me on, don't let my phone. Don't leave me on if you don't really want me, girl. Don't leave me on, don't let my phone. Don't leave me on if you don't really want me, girl. I've been too comfortable, feeling nothing at all. Think it's time for a change. I've been afraid of nerves, figured they'd only hurt. I just need to have faith. Keep me from keeping me down. Even me out. Free me, so I'm not afraid. Gotta let it go. Let it flutter. Let it flutter. Gotta let it go. Let it flutter. Let it flutter. I'm over catching, let it fly. Let it flutter. Let it flutter. I'm over catching, let it fly. Just let it flutter. Let it flutter. So what if I make a fool? My ego can only bruise. It's nothing that I can't take. It's better than being numb, waiting for sleep to come, so I can dream about change. Gotta let it go. Let it flutter. Let it flutter. Gotta let it go.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to USC 2021. We are on the fourth match, the final match of our finals weekend. Losers bracket round 7 between South California and Ohio. The winner of this match goes to the top 3, sets up a match against Virginia in the losers bracket final. The loser is unfortunately eliminated in 4th place in the tournament. And it's about to get started. It's about to get going. We're going to see, hopefully, a very competitive match between two very strong teams. We've had a little bit of an unfortunate weekend so far in terms of competitiveness with 2 7-2s and 1 7-0. With Florida beating Virginia 7-2, SoCal 7-0 over NorCal, and Ohio 7-2 over Massachusetts. So maybe this will be the one. Maybe this will be the one that gets us a close match finally. I am hopeful that that is the case. On the left-hand side, Team Red is SoCal. It is Matthew, Tommy, You're Cute, Headstack, Jazaron, and Spev. Who Tommy, of course, has been the player to watch this whole tournament, and he's going to continue to look to do that on a finals pool that suits his strength so well. They're going to be taking on Ohio. Eric Blaze, Shotgun Ape, Kaneko, Utsuha, and Taro. Guys looked good against Massachusetts. Eric Blaze looked unstoppable. The two members of the OWC team from 2020, of course, that are on that roster. We'll see if they can carry that momentum into this match here against SoCal, who looked dominant against North California, much the same way that Ohio looked dominant against Massachusetts. So we're going to be getting underway here in just a moment's time with our first warm-up. This one is from Ohio. And we'll get you started into this match. Of course, coming off of a 7-0 and a 7-2 for these teams. You know, they didn't have to show a whole lot, right? They were able to kind of skate by. SoCal picking a pretty diverse set of maps against North California and just winning with ease. I mean, there was nothing NorCal could do. They were not competitive, unfortunately, in that match. It just was not meant to be. It was not their day, and SoCal, led by Utami, looked unstoppable. Ohio coming into the match against Massachusetts, I think that was expected to be a pretty competitive one. The way Massachusetts had looked the previous week against Virginia, you kind of anticipated both of those teams to be performing quite well still. You know, you're not expecting them to be outscaled or anything. Both teams have several very strong players. So, you know, kind of anticipated that one being pretty close. But unfortunately for Massachusetts, Ariu and Cablaze had other ideas. They put on a clinic time and time again, just being the two players that were able to play many of these maps and very, very well to a degree that others were just not capable of. I mean, the score from Cablaze on Hidden 3, Mid-Origo Queen Bee was insane. Arius FC on Hard Rock 2, also remarkable. Those guys just looked very, very good. And what I would like to think is that that leads us into a super competitive matchup today, because both teams looked good. They're a couple of the few, you know, there were really, I think, 3 teams coming into top 6 this week that were set apart. You know, SoCal, Ohio, and Florida, who realistically are probably the top 3 teams in the tournament once Virginia loses Rectagon and Wixinator. I think the level of play that they exhibited versus the level of play the other teams exhibited was just something completely different. But the big question mark in my eyes is what SoCal will be capable of for their backing scores. So, Ohio is a team that has a very, very strong, very reliable 3-player roster. They have Ari Cablaze, both of whom were on the OWC winning USA team last fall, both of whom performed very well. And they have Utsuha, who is maybe just a tier below but is able to perform incredibly well on these pools as a third player, better than most teams' third player. SoCal, yes, they beat North California 7-0 yesterday, but NorCal was just not quite there. They didn't get the performance they needed out of their players. They had, I think, some tilt issues potentially as well. Just didn't look like themselves. And SoCal notably has Utami. And that is the biggest difference maker that you can ask for on these super late round pools. Utami, I've said time and time again, I have extolled how strong of a player he is. One of the best tournament players in the world right now. I think that goes almost without saying. Putting up levels of performance that are just remarkable match after match, and it doesn't matter what round. It can be a round of 32, it can be a grand finals. You know that Utami is going to perform incredibly well. And that is the X factor in this match for SoCal. If they can pick maps that Utami can pop off on, and his backing player probably going to be head stack a lot of the time, and then, you know, Matthew Spev, Cesaro Nearcute, kind of mix and match those players depending on the map. But that is going to be the big question, is whether Utami can play well enough to outdo what Airyu and Kablaze are going to be capable of. Because the duo of Airyu and Kablaze is untouchable by any other team, in my opinion. I don't think there's anyone else that has a roster with a pair of players that are capable of the things that those two are capable of. You know, shades of last year with Idki and with Vaxei on the SoCal team, where you just knew you were getting a ridiculous score from those two, and it was a matter of whether they FC'd or they like 800K'd, because it was just a given. So whether or not Utami can play well enough to match up alongside, whether it's a head stack backing score, a Spev backing score, a Matthew backing score, that will be, I think, what determines the outcome of this match. Airyu is AFK for this warm-up because, I don't know, warm-ups are boring. And, you know, we occasionally get a little bit concerned about Utami and the mental, but he does seem to perform well regardless. The only times I've seen him seem tilted have been like YSC against Bubbleman a couple weeks ago. That time it actually affected his performance. I don't think that's going to happen here against Ohio. I don't think there's any real expectation for there to be any concern of his performance in this match. So I think that's what we're going to be looking at in this particular matchup. I think we're looking at Utami for the SoCal side, and I think we are looking at the Airyu Kablaze duo for the Ohio side. And who can be the backup player that SoCal needs? Headstack has, generally speaking, looked very good, but perhaps not quite to the level of, you know, whoever the second score is, whether it's Airyu or Blaze leading the way and the other behind. Because those two have typically been, other than a few occasions on which Utsuha has really shown out, those two have typically been the leading two scorers for Ohio, especially in these late rounds. And we'll find out as well what kind of bans that these teams opt into. In the previous match, SoCal against North California banned out Fremont 2 Strange Program, Double Time 2 Night of Faith and Brother. Ohio against Massachusetts banned out Hard Rock 3 Nothing Like a Funky Beat and DT1 Soccer and Azenia. Now, the question is, of course, whether those were, you know, kind of targeted bans at those specific teams, or if those were bans that were because they didn't like the maps. So we'll see if they kind of run those back or if they change things up in just a moment's time. We're going to get the rolls, and we're going to get underway with the ban phase of this match. So I'll bring up our map pool. This will be the fourth and final time we'll be seeing this finals pool. So if you like it, I'm sorry, it's going to be gone soon. And if you don't like it, well, you only have to see it one more time. Ohio winning the roll by 1 point. Means they have the first ban and second pick. We'll see if they decide to run back Hard Rock 3 DT1. They are going to ban DT1 again, so Soccer and Ozenian not going to be left up. Saying SoCal is too scary on that map. Don't want to have to see it. Don't want to give them the opportunity. SoCal going back to the free mod 2 ban, so keeping that one. Both teams returning to their same, a couple of their same bans. Strange program is the CS5 Air 8. Don't want to have to deal with it. Ohio will once again ban Hard Rock 3. So Ain't Nothing Like a Funky Beat is gone again. The very difficult alt, changing rhythm aim based Hard Rock. And SoCal second ban, well, might be a DT2 here. It's going to be a DT2, I'm pretty sure. I think we are going to just see the exact same bans from these two teams. Unless it's Hard Rock 2 is the only other thing. No, okay, it's something completely different. It's Hidden 3. Okay. So Mid Origo Queen B ends up being the last ban of this match. So that means we have Hard Rock 2 available, which Ohio looks ridiculous on. We have DT2 available as well. So low BPM hidden streams and low AR small circles from SoCal, the bans. High BPM, high AR, and Hard Rock alt, the bans from Ohio. And it is time for the SoCal pick. What is it going to be to start this match? That is the question. Matthew saying, you are not ready for our trap card. What will their trap card be? What is their trap card? We're waiting and waiting. Well, their trap card is apparently taking the entire timer for their first pick, I guess. We'll find out eventually, I suppose. Trap card is stalling. I didn't know that that was considered a trap card, but apparently it is. Gonna have to start running timers on these guys, I guess. I don't know what they would be stalling for. They were not prepared. They were prepared for their bans, they're just not prepared for their picks, apparently. You get Ohio cold and then first pick DT2 while Utami and Spev have been off practicing it this entire time. That's the real strat if you're SoCal. So like, yeah, you guys go practice the entirety of DT2 and we're gonna get Ohio's best players cold because Aries in the lobby. Actually, the others aren't, but it's gonna be Nomad 6. Okay, so it's gonna be an Utami map for the first pick here from SoCal. I think this is something that I would expect SoCal to pick. This is the Utami map of the pool. Or one of many, I suppose, because Utami maps are numerous in nature. There are not many maps that are not Utami maps, but this is the type of thing that Utami and Kablaze on the other side are probably going to be better than just about anybody else on. So, Koigokuro mapped by KTGster. It is awkward aim, finger control. There's a lot of interesting maps left available in this one after this as well. We got Nomad 4, Bleed Blood, of course. Utami rank 1 on Bancho on that. SoCal, I think all of their picks, other than Hidden 3, are left up. And they picked Hidden 3, which they would not want to pick here against Ohio, who outdid their score by a lot. We saw Digital Hypno FC this in the previous match, his accuracy was somewhat lacking. I think we expect maybe a little higher accuracy from the guys in this lobby. I think notably Utami and Kablaze. We saw just a 1v3. It was Virginia's first pick, and they got 1v3'd on it for a breakpoint. So hopefully no such struggle for SoCal here. But I think this is a pretty reasonable first pick, because you just expect Utami to do really well on this. And while you might expect Aryu and Kablaze as well, I think, you know, if you're SoCal, you're not worried about what the other team is going to do. You want to just pick something that you know you are good on. Because you can't really pick away from Ohio. They're going to have people form pretty much anything. It's very hard to pick things that they're not going to be able to put together a decent roster for. But we're going to get underway. SoCal with Your Cute Matthew Utami, Ohio with Aryu Kablaze Utsuha. That's going to be, I think, pretty standard roster for Ohio. Going to probably see a decent amount of head stack throughout the course of this match for SoCal. SoCal looking to get back to Grand Finals weekend from losers bracket, much like they did last year. They were, of course, dropped to the losers bracket by Ohio in that year. This time around, SoCal were the ones sending Ohio to losers bracket. So far, so good, though, for Ohio in this first pick. Had a little bit of an advantage until Aryu finds the second break. And, yeah, to the surprise of pretty much no one, Utami versus Kablaze as the two remaining full combos. Very, very strong gimmick players, both of them. We're going to see a lot of other people struggling, I think, quite a bit. And there's the break from Kablaze, so now it is Utami's opportunity, just shy of halfway through the map. He is so good at this type of thing. What isn't he good at? I mean, I guess we talk so much about the guy, but when there is somebody who is just on another level on certain maps, then it kind of just ends up happening. And there is going to be a break, though. It will not be a full combo from Utami. Fortunately, all three members of Ohio finding breaks of their own. So it looks like the only FC we're going to get this weekend on this map is going to be Digital Hypno, albeit with, you know, somewhat poor accuracy. And now You're Cute, looking to maintain a pretty sizable lead here for SoCal. 300k in the lead by the time he finally does break, but it's another full reset for Ohio, and Utami is back on his game. So just a quarter of the map to go. The outcome is determined now. Very good first pick here for SoCal. 430k so far for Utami. Best score in the lobby by a fair margin. I think he may actually be displeased by this regardless, but the score is obviously better than anyone else was able to muster. Utsuha barely over 100k, Aryu not quite to 200k. And into the ending we go. Gonna see more misses all over the place. It is not gonna matter. The outcome has been long since set in stone. And it looks like, yeah, Digital Hypno would have 1v3'd Ohio as well. That's something else, actually. I don't know how he did what he did on this map. He 1v3'd two different teams that played this. That's not the best of score from SoCal, honestly, at the end of the day, but it was enough for the victory on the point. And they take the first map of this match. So both matches today starting with the same pick and ending differently. SoCal winning their own first pick this time, as opposed to Virginia, who lost it when they first selected this map. But just one map into what is going to be a long match. In these best of 13s, you really got to be prepared. Both the mental and physical stamina get called into play. There we go. You've got to be able to stay focused and concentrated over a match that may take up 13 entire maps. And of course, depending on the maps that you're playing and you're in for, you might just be playing 13 maps. You know, if you're one of those guys like an Utami and Aryu, a Kablaze, who's in for everything, you've got to have the physical ability to perform at a high level for that entire match. So we'll see how the players hold up most of these guys are very experienced, seasoned tournament veterans, so I think you're not going to be seeing too much trouble with any aspect of kind of the intangible factors. So it's just going to be a matter straight up who plays better on the day. And looks like Ohio going to take their sweet time as well. So we're going to probably be seeing some timers run on both of these teams as they're taking a quite lengthy duration on every pick and ban. But finally, Ohio will reveal their first pick. It's going to be Hidden 2. It's going to be His World. Zebra Head, of course. Our low AR hidden for this week. 200 BPM, 3 minutes and 28 seconds, CS4 AR8 pick. It is a Yolks Pie Hidden 2. Which means it is going to be tricky. It's going to have some overlaps. It's going to have some weird slider aim. It's going to have some difficult reading. You know, kind of an archetypal late round low approach rate hidden map. And this is the sort of thing that Ohio is really good. When you are a team that has Aryu, Kablaze, and I think Utsuha as well, like, you are just going to be good at low AR hidden. That being said, on a map like this, obviously Utami are going to be expected to do well for SoCal, but this is the sort of thing that Matthew can perform well on also. And you're cute, very solid hidden player. This one should be contested between the teams, but Ohio feeling comfortable enough with it to select it as their first pick of this match, so we will find out if that confidence is warranted from Ohio. As we enter the second map. Early break for Matthew, not starting off quite the way he would have hoped, but maybe that's the tactical early break, you know, first 100 combo. You're reasonably certain that most people are not going to FC or come too close to it, so it's not the end of the world to have that break there. You're cute with a couple early misses, Aryu as well. So just Utami with the FC for SoCal. Meanwhile, Kablaze and Utsuha holding for Ohio into the first chorus. Utsuha still in the SS, Utami likewise. One of those remarkable players who are very good at speed and also very good at low AR. Utami is one of them, Utsuha is one of them. Bartek, Arnold, Nissan. The list is lengthier than you would expect for people who are good at those two skill sets at the same time. But the trouble of Matthew here is going to give Ohio the early 70k lead. And so, you're cute finding a break as well. Not going to be the best for Team SoCal. Utami doing what he can, but it's still a double FC for Ohio, and Aryu has recovered his combo very well. This is just going to be Ohio rolling. Really nothing Utami by himself can do. It's going to need to take several breaks from Ohio. They'll need to lose at least one of the FCs and one backing combo. There goes Aryu. Utami still just chilling. But Kablaze and Utsuha are both matching him, and Yurku finding another break. He is a distant amount of score behind. However, there's a break from Kablaze. If Matthew and Utami can hold for a while here, This could get interesting towards the end. Oh, but it's a break from Utami. That was what South California could not afford to have happen. And Utsuha holding means that Ohio should be safe from the break point. That was a very unfortunate combo break from Utami. There goes Matthew as well. And Ohio will run away with this one at the end. Utsuha, man. Like I said, if there's ever a time where Airyu and Kablaze don't perform well on a map, Utsuha is there to pick up the slack, it seems like. And that is the case here. As his score continues to rise, his FC continues to be held. That score gap is going to be 600k by the time this one finishes. Will it be the FC for Utsuha? As long as he hits the ending, he'll have it. And he does. Well played to Utsuha, well played to Ohio. And they'll take the victory on their first pick by about 700,000 points. It was closer than that for most of it. But Ohio ran away after the breaks from SoCal in that last third. Only one miss from Utami. 900s, tying the 100 count of Kablaze for best in the lobby. Best accuracy, but just unfortunately not able to match Utsuha, and would not have mattered anyway when all was said and done. And so it's a 1-1 tie match after one pick per team. And it is time now for the second pick for South California. See how they choose to follow up the Nomad 6 first pick, if they want to go another gimmick option, or if they decide, let's go towards some more mechanics. But I think they're likely going to expect some more non-standard. Could see maybe something like a double time 3, double time 4 for Utami. Nomad 4 also for Utami, but I think you're scared of Ohio, as good as they are on tech maps. That one's not a giveaway. A given, I should say. That might be a little bit of a giveaway. But SoCal once again taking their time. So this might just end up being a very long match. Both teams considering their picks, taking a lot of time discussing what they want to go with. Could look to a free mod 1 at some point from SoCal. Utami, of course, with that SS on that map yesterday. But it is going to be that double time 2 pick. We are going to see Knight of Faith and Brother. The very short, speedy DT pick. We saw this, of course, at the end of Florida versus Virginia. They 3-way full comboed to close out that match. About as clean of an ending to any match as you're ever going to see. SoCal going to see if they can follow in the footsteps of their brothers from the other side of the country. This one, of course, 251 BPM, Air 9.67, as it's Air 8 Nomad. And what feels like maybe a little bit risky of a pick, in all honesty. This was won by Massachusetts, though, over Ohio, who didn't have maybe the best time on it. Let me take a look at their score here. Oh, that was an 8K difference map. Ohio only lost by 8,000 points, so very close. But I don't think anything's going to touch Florida's Triple FC. 3 million points. Not something that's going to be happening very often on this pool, as difficult as it is. But we've got speed rosters in. We've got Jazaro and Spev Utami for SoCal. We've got Airyu Kablaze Utsuha for Ohio. We'll see if SoCal can win their second pick as comfortably as they won their first pick. And then they go to a completely different skill set. Just basically a raw speed requirement. Very minimal aim in this one. Just a matter of whether or not you are able to stream 250 BPM. And many of the players in this lobby should be up to the task, but Ohio did struggle on this a bit against Massachusetts, and they're already struggling a bit here as well. Kablaze and Airyu both breaking the first 50 combo. Gonna give an early lead over to SoCal. Really hoping this match can live up to their previous bout. And it looks like SoCal is going to have a pretty comfortable lead through the first half of this pick. It's going to be a break from Chazarone, but Kablaze having a little bit of trouble here as well. Utsuha, the only FC left for Ohio. Airyu doing the best he can, but losing a lot of accuracy. Not great on those longer streams. Meanwhile, Utami and Spev, 99.6 for Utami, 98.1 for Spev. Doing pretty well for themselves on the accuracy, you could say. That accuracy alone is carrying a lot of this lead. Utami, you're not supposed to SS that stream, bud. You're just not. Utsuha, meanwhile, 98.7, doing pretty well over there as well, but it's 300k lead for SoCal. Looking quite comfortable. Into this longer stream we go. Yeah, Utami just FC'd that stream, or SS that stream as well. Okay, you're not supposed to do that. I mean, yeah, I guess he's just a speed player, huh? Spev does find a late break. Utami matching the FC, but 3% accuracy behind because, well, that's the Utami difference right there. That is ludicrous accuracy from Utami. 99.54 FC for 100s, as one does on a 251 BPM ancient stream map. You're not supposed to do that. You know, Utsuha FC'd as well, and Utami still outscored him by 134,000 points. Just to put that in perspective. Utsuha is the best speed player, I think, on Ohio, so he did have the best score on that map. Also, apparently the best Air 8 player on Ohio. He's actually just their best player now. We'll see what happens the rest of the way here for Team Ohio, but that's 2-1. We'll go to the second pick from Ohio. Down 2-1, but I don't think this is a map that they were ever going to win. Not when Utami can put up a 4-100 FC like that. Getting started in a pretty solid fashion. Utami has top scored all 3 maps for his team so far. And had the second best score behind Utsuha on his world. So, doing what's needed and what's expected of him. And once again, some serious timer usage here. Ohio going with first pick hidden 2, giving that to Utsuha to carry. Do they go another kind of non-standard map here? Obviously, non-mechanics and mechanics both working out to start things off for SoCal. And Ohio's going to go hidden 1. So it is going to be Dopamine as the first pick, or second pick, excuse me, for Team Ohio. This map is also really loud. So Dopamine hidden. Should know this. This is a classic. Just under 2 minutes, 200 BPM. Very, very tricky tech map. Really difficult rhythms. Very tough aim. This is just hard. This is not a map that UFC. It's also a banger. Like, just shout outs to how actually good this song is. This is another one that I believe SoCal played. Ohio did not. This was banned by Massachusetts against Ohio. So obviously Massachusetts was worried about the hidden skill set going into that match. Did not want Ohio to have the opportunity to pick this. They have incredibly strong hidden players, very good tech players as well, so this kind of fits right into the Ohio wheelhouse. SoCal will have to, I think, improve their score from the NorCal match if they want to win this pick again here, because they won it, but it wasn't an outrageously good performance. It was more the fact that that NorCal just did not do super well on this map. So we do have Headstack and Matthew joining alongside Utami against Eric Blaze Utsuha. As expected, the common trio for Ohio. Those three have been in for many a map and will continue to be so. We're in underway. Map number 4 of this one. See if Ohio can tie it up 2-2. Haven't seen any real advances toward a break point on the first few picks. Looking to see if that continues here. Utsuha, Eryu, and Utami all breaking on those early 1/3 triangles. Headstack finding the next miss, so it is now Matthew and Kablaze, the only FCs left. And there go them as well. This is the pick where you're going to see a lot of people breaking all of the time. Utami currently at 180 combo, doing the best in the lobby. Giving SoCal a little bit of a lead, but Kablaze and Eryu both have some combo, and Matthew's having a lot of trouble now. Utsuha really struggling on this one for Ohio, though. And there goes Eryu as well. So we've got Utami versus Kablaze, but Headstack not far behind either. Utami still at the 99.2 AC as well. And now we're seeing what Utami can really do on this pick as every other player breaks and he continues to hold the combo with over 99 AC. Yep, this is the Utami difference right here. This is why SoCal is in this position in the tournament. Finally finds a break, but he has given SoCal a 200,000 point lead that's going to be very tough to make any sort of comeback from if you're Ohio without much combo to speak of. It is still doable. There is still a quarter of the map left to go, and now that Utami's had a little bit more trouble, this is going to be a little bit more open because Eryu and Kablaze as well as Utsuha all have some combo. SoCal's just got to hold on into the ending and hope for maybe another break or two from Ohio. Utami now is kind of falling apart. I guess I spoke a little too soon. This is going to be very close. It's going to, depending on who hits the ending, no breaks on the split streams for Ohio. This is going to come down to the absolute last second. Utsuha finds a break. Eryu and Kablaze are still holding. It's going to be very tight in this last stream. Oh, and that's breaks everywhere. What just happened? SoCal lost so much score by chain missing the last stream that Ohio wins the pick. Headstack, I believe Headstack and Matthew both chain missed the ending stream, and Ohio somehow takes the point. I don't know what just happened. Gonna need a replay on that one because that was wild. If anybody wondered why people complained about this map being in a pool, that's why. Because that ending is literally just RNG. If you hit it, you win, apparently. That was really unfortunate for SoCal, man. Yesterday, I think SoCal 3-way FC'd that ending to win it. And today, they did not have such good fortune. Oh, man. 8,251 points, the margin of victory for Ohio on that pick. Well. Now it's 2-2, when for all the world, it looked like it was going to be 3-1 SoCal. But it just did not happen. Next pick is in very quickly. Nomad 2 from SoCal. We're getting Freedom Dive once again. This one's been surprisingly popular. So 222 BPM stream map. This is, of course, not the original. This is Friends diff, or set. Still 222 BPM, still over 4 minutes long, but a little bit different. Air 9.6 rather than Air 9 flat. I believe Ohio played this against Massachusetts. This was not picked in the SoCal versus NorCal match. I'm gonna try to find where it was picked in this match. I think it was pretty early. Ohio put up a decent score. 1.6 million, not bad. But SoCal looks pretty good on stream maps. So we'll see how this one goes. We are going to get into it shortly here. Chizarro and Spebutami against Kablaze, Taro, and Utsuha. And we're going to be joined now for the remainder of this match by none other than William Stetson. Welcome to the broadcast booth, Mr. Will. I hope you're having a good day.
I'm having an excellent day,
Fantastic.
Mr. This One Guy. I'm ready to do some awesome commentary. Give me 1 second. I got to turn my tournament client down.
So everybody say a warm welcome to Will here as he joins us. 4 maps in, things tied up to a piece. And SoCal picking Nomad 2. They looked really good on Freemod 3, but that is 22 BPM lower and does not require the level of aim this one does. That one is more of a pure stream test, whereas Freedom Dive has some kind of awkward aim and rhythm stuff going on in it at times.
Yeah, this map is definitely weird for a Nomad 2, but I don't...
And for reference, Ohio put up a 1.6 million against Massachusetts on this. So I don't... Virginia put up, I think, over 2 mil. They had a very solid score. BTMC at 800K.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's BTMC on Freedom Dive. Like,
yeah, I was just like the expected...
expect?
Yeah, you just knew he was going to do well. I don't know who in this match I expected really well in this, other than, like, knowing Utami is going to just, like, do things on it. Never mind, he misaimed.
And as you
he
say
misaimed.
that,
He misaimed on a stream map. That's really sad. I guess fortunately it was only 600 combo in. Like, considering how long this map is, that's actually early. But
yeah, this map is super dense. I would not be too worried about that just yet, especially because the solo is also, like, really intense.
yeah. Taro also found a break in like the first 100 combo, but has recovered just fine since then. So lead goes to Ohio, but there's a lot of map left. This is long, and it is combo heavy, with it being a stream map. Anybody gonna break on the kick sliders?
Man.
Oh my god, Chizarro and Speb both did. Oh, you hate to see it,
super
dude.
bad for SoCal.
That's awful. That is almost like if Ohio holds just like enough, that's like uncomebackable. Because
yeah,
you
I mean, Taro
can't
did just drop some mag.
you can't afford to miss there though. Like it happens, but it's bad. And now
Yeah, and
SoCal just has to pray.
Yeah, it's even worse because Kablaze and Utsa, as I said,
there goes
misses,
Kablaze.
But Utsa and Taro now are just kind of melting this map, even though Taro did lose a little bit of act there on the build-up.
Yeah,
This is already like 200k halfway through.
Yeah, Taro's only 100 combo behind the FCs. Like, he's not doing badly at all. It's going to take both of those combos from Ohio breaking for SoCal to really have any hope of a comeback on this pick. Taro dropping a lot of accuracy again. I wonder how comfortable he might be on 222. He seems to be running out of some of that stamina at the end of these streams. Uzuha, meanwhile, is just comfy as it gets.
Yeah, Uzuha is having a really good day today. As we can sort of tell here.
Yeah,
let's see how he does in the solo.
Uzuha's been their best player so far in this match in the first two maps. There's a break from Spev as well, so that combo gap is going to continue to be massive for Ohio.
Yeah, I think that unless some players like
there's
really
Taro.
run out of stamina. Oh, Taro does miss, but I mean Uzuha is still just absolutely dominating this map.
Wait,
right
they have literally no combo other than Uzuha. Oh, but Utami breaks as well. This actually could have gotten interesting if Uzuha broke and Utami held, because there's still a decent amount of map left, and Ohio has no backing combo, but neither does SoCal.
Yeah, Shizaron with that break there is just gonna solidify Ohio's victory on this. Uzuha looking massive right now.
You know what sucks is that Utami and Spev have the best act in the lobby ahead of Uzuha, and they both have not even 400k score, and Uzuha is still FC.
Osu is an AIM video game.
Combo game. Uzuha is just crushing it today, though. This is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, I want to see the FC.
This would be the first FC on this map of the week, and like I think the highest score was that 800k or whatever it was. I think BTMC put up 812 or something like that. So this is looking like it's going to be the best score we're going to see on the map in the week. And Uzuha is just not
the entry
stopping.
is pretty difficult.
Nah, he doesn't care. He hits those doubles. What?
Wow, he just does not care
He
at all.
doesn't
What
care.
is he doing?
Uzuha is having the match of his life. No, the slider break. Oh, that is tragic. It's not.
Will he S rank?
It's gonna be. Yeah.
At
one miss.
Right at the end.
One miss. 887 and then 894k. Utami is pissed. It wouldn't have mattered though. Is the thing, like, even if Utami FC, they still would have lost. But man, Uzuha, what the heck, dude? 894k. That is remarkable.
Just absurd. I do think that
score.
Utami's Utami is it's not really rage because of losing. It's just rage because it's probably his personal performance he's thinking about here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good point for Ohio.
That's
is that a break point?
Yeah. That's a break point. That's huge.
Oh, wow.
A break point
is massive
on that map, especially like, and they put up, they only put up 200k better than their previous score. Like, it's not like they went and just put in like a ridiculous improvement. They went up by 200k. Like, that's a couple misses with how much combo there is on that map. Like, you just hold your combo longer. But man, 2k combo from Uzuha, like, that's just huge. The mental is so good for Ohio right now.
Yeah, Ohio's definitely kind of on a roll at the moment. What would you pick if you were Ohio now to consolidate the break point?
I would wish I could pick Hidden 3.
Yeah, that's what I
would
was
really
say,
wish I could pick Hidden 3, but I can't because it's banned. Free Mod 3 is probably not it because you know how good SoCal will be on that. With it being a lower BPM, they're going to be more comfortable.
I think you want to keep Uzuha in this lobby, so maybe you pick No Mod 1.
I feel like I've seen Uzuha go out for some Nomad ones. Does Uzuha play alt? Do you go Nomad 3 here?
Uzuha can play alt, yeah.
Or
that's not a bad pick, but I feel like with the difficulty of that map, you could just you have to consider the Utami factor.
Yeah.
Nomad 5 might be okay. I think Uzuha's fast enough for that.
I mean, Uzuha is like unironically like good at speed. I think the thing is like you're always worried about Utami, and you have to just expect. You know, it's like playing against it's like playing against Steph Curry or Kevin Durant. You know they're gonna put up a ridiculous score, but you have to know that your team will put up a better team score. I feel like that's kind of how this match goes. And it's gonna be DT4, so we're gonna see.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say. Is they need to focus on gimmick here potentially, because I think only Utami is really strong in gimmick, and like Matthew is, I think they're close second. But meanwhile for Ohio, you have like just Airyu on old DT is like unbeatable. Kablaze and Utar are also no slouches at.
Yeah, Ohio on a Daramock DT, like you just anticipate them doing really, really well.
absolute banger of a song. As well. I respect this pick heavily.
Yeah, this is a good one. 2 minutes long, 231 BPM, but CS6 Air 9, so it's like awkwardly dense.
Shockanape in lobby.
What? Okay, so it's not a Utsuha. Wait, you're taking out the player on your team who's been performing the best in this match. Interesting.
I guess that's maybe he's not too comfortable on that, and maybe to just like preserve the mental, you put Shockanape. I mean, Shockanape is also quite good at ODT, so that's not really like, it's not a bad decision putting him in.
Given the choice,
it's just surprising.
Yeah, given the choice between Utsuha and Shockanape, like I would take Utsuha most times. But like you said, I mean, Shockanape is good at DT. He's pretty solid on this sort of stuff. So I mean, we expect him to do all right. I'm just a bit surprised that you would sit the hot hand, you know?
Yeah.
You know how well
we do
Utsuha's
have
doing.
the SoCal trio, Utami, Headstack, Matthew.
Yeah,
that's also pretty expected.
This has been their go-to roster for
it's
most picks. Has been Utami, Matthew, Headstack.
And then like Cesaro and Spep come in for like the speed mechanic stuff.
Yeah, they rotate in for like speed and stuff, and then your cute rotates for like hidden and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, I think this is favored to Ohio. Pretty heavily.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't know though. I feel like somebody in chat saying Utsuha is bad at low AR. Yeah, that's why he FC'd hidden too, huh?
That is actually
bad at low
false.
AR. That's why
apologize.
They're trolling in chat. All right, that's fine. Yeah, he FC'd hidden too, but he's bad at low AR.
I believe that is a meme.
I think so.
I do not believe that is serious.
Yeah, no. All right, well, let's see. Ohio looking to defend the break point, surprisingly swapping out Utsuha for Shockanape, but the other 5 players in this lobby completely expected. And we will find out. This is like the Airyu special. My only question is like how good he is at the burst in this. I feel like if there's anything the Airyu is a little weaker on, it's speed. And there are some. I think they're like 8 to 12 notes.
That's more.
I think he'll be okay though. It's only 230. What Airyu is really good at on this is the fact that it's like this old style, but there are breaks coming all over the place. Kablaze?
Yeah.
Nope, that was a Bancho miss.
Headstack and
Not
Matthew.
Kablaze. So it's just Headstack and Matthew.
Headstack and Matthew not looking great on this.
Yeah. Shockanape does find the break for Ohio, but they still have a double FC. Utami matching, and he has reasonably good accuracy. Airyu, by the way, 98 ac, so clearly not having any difficulty. That's a pretty sizable lead already for Ohio.
Airyu is looking just so clean on this. But he does drop a lot of ac, but the double break from Matthew and Headstack.
That is like uncomebackable. Not only are they behind, they're behind in accuracy and they have no combo. And Ohio still has a double FC and are up by 300k. Or about to be up by 300k.
If we do see a break from Kablaze, it can get interesting because her ac is pretty bad.
We see a break from Airyu instead. And Kablaze. Oh, okay. All right. How much score is left for somebody with 95? Oh, Kablaze was Bancho. Okay. I am so over the Bancho misses, dude. At Peppy, please fix. Thank you. Shockanape breaking as well. Does this get interesting? Is there time left for this to get interesting? Utami's up by 3% accuracy on Kablaze, and Matthew and Headstack both have combo.
It'll get moderately interesting, but I think Kablaze needs to break for it to be like, seriously winnable.
Or Shockanape can just continue breaking, I guess. Yeah,
that's certainly not helping.
It's not coming down, though. Oh, Kablaze broke.
Kablaze does bring it to
it's too close to
enough, I don't think.
Yeah, Tommy's going to get like another 100k. Wait a minute. This is going to be so close in the last bit of combo. I don't think there's enough left, though. Wait, oh my god, there is.
Oh my god.
I forgot this long stream at the end. Oh my god, SoCal takes it. I forgot the stream at the end. There's so much combo there. And SoCal steals it. Back to
the second map in this match.
Oh my god. I mean, that ended up being 52k, but like, it was so much closer than 52k, you guys.
That is just heartbreaking for Ohio.
Man, that sucks for Ohio. Holy cow, that is tragic, but SoCal, the FC from Utami is just enough, and they take the break point right back, so we are at 3-3, because that's how this match just is going to go. I mean, they went to tiebreaker last time they played. You know these teams are very evenly matched.
Yeah, God, 3 players immediately leaving lobby, probably due to their hearts just exploding out of their chests after an ending like that.
Yeah, that is like the nerve city. Ooh.
God, all right, well, SoCal has to be feeling incredibly blessed right now.
Yeah.
The position they're currently in. Now they need to.
Now what do they pick?
They really
is the
need
question.
to get this point here.
Yeah. Do you just continue with Utami and just roll Nomad 4, or do you have enough backing players for Nomad 4 to be like competitive, considering Aryu and Kablaze will both do well in it?
Can Headstack play Bleed Blood? I think he can.
I think he can play it all
Bleed Blood's a
right.
Bad pick, but I also think picking that into Kablaze with like a Hard Rock choke is very, very questionable. Because she does have that from like when that map first got ranked. I don't think it's a safe pick. I think it's gonna be that'll probably be a later.
Yeah. SoCal didn't play Nomad 4 against NorCal. Massachusetts and Ohio played it. Ohio put up 1.3 mil, which honestly, like, kind of underwhelming.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's not amazing. Okay, it's gonna be Hard Rock 1. So we're going AIM. We are going Iochi Kaishi Hime Kazari. We're going 7-star CS 5.2, 210 BPM AIM with some nice bursts thrown in for good measure.
That's not a bad pick because I don't think Utsuha plays this. I think a Kaneko comes in place of him, and then Aryu Kablaze as their other 2, which is still pretty strong, but like the Utami factor. And the head stack. Actually, no, a head stack is like a beast at Hard Rock game. Like, this
head stack is
actually a good pick.
Yeah, head stack's really good at this type of stuff. Utami is really good at this type of stuff. Ohio put up 1.8 million on this against Massachusetts. Lost it because TJ exists. Actually, Massachusetts was kind of better top to bottom. TJ tied by Chile are just the biggest problem for Ohio with this map when they played it against Massachusetts was Kaneko put up 342k. That was bottom score by 200,000 points, and you really don't get away with that against a team as good as SoCal.
Yeah, I feel as though like maybe that might have just been a fluke performance. So I don't think that this is as uncontested as we may think. But still, with Utsuha having, because like Utsuha is not actually bad at Hard Rock, so I just wonder if he would actually do better on this. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you know, when they picked it immediately, like it was something that Kaneko was expected to come in for.
I think we picked that. I don't think they picked it. Oh wait, you're talking about this one?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's something you would just expect him to come in for. But
yeah,
I think it's a good SoCal pick though. Like Utami head stack on Hard Rock aim is kind of strong. Somebody's got to live up.
Currently, wait, nothing. Never mind. My client just
he's
playing a completely different map.
Yeah,
on the screen.
I had to panic.
He's playing a Hashigatsu bow.
Yo, let's go.
Screen.
That's sick. That's not even in this pool.
Yeah, that's why I'm incredibly confused.
So, Exarch put up, what, a 900k one miss a little while ago, so somebody's got to see if they can match that. That was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, Exarch had this incredible pop-off last
Or it also had, like, insane ACK on the Hard Rocks. That is, like, an ACK just team, apparently. Like, skill Exarch and Habib, just ACK everything.
Everyone holding through the intro, looking pretty strong so far in terms of accuracy. The lowest on Team Ohio, Kaneko with 98.5, so pretty solid. But SoCal with full 99 plus.
99 plus. It's a small lead because it's just that accuracy, but you take what you can get this early on in the pick.
Yeah, still having a 20k lead in ACK advantage, not even a quarter of the way through, is like kind of big.
Still, we haven't even gotten to the first KI. Matthew slider break. Oh man. All right, well, plenty of maps still to come. Not the end of the world, but not the way you want to start things off before you get to the first Ki, and it's going to give Ohio the lead here in just a second. Head stack breaking as well. Aryu, though, too. Well. That was a big chain miss for Aryu. He missed, like, an entire burst.
Yeah, Ohio still looking pretty good. Kaneko looking much better than yesterday.
Kaneko is going to, like, improve his score before they even get to the second Ki at this rate. As long as he makes it through these jumps, and he does. This is still very close, though, that accuracy gap. Kaneko down at 96%.
combo player. That is what you need to prioritize, though. His score is going to start shooting up in about 20 seconds here.
Bancho, please.
But yeah, like I said, it looks like Kaneko maybe had just an off day.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, but Kablaze with the
Okay, you're like giga ahead now. This is so sad.
Unless that was Bancho?
No, it wasn't Bancho. My client just lagged for like 10 seconds straight, so I'm super behind now.
My apologies.
This happens. So now it's Kaneko versus Utami, which is not something that I would really expect, but there we are anyway. Kaneko on the redemption arc.
I think Stream is dying.
Oh, don't do this to me again. Are you serious? Motherfucker. It did this the other day, and I don't know why, because it's on Twitch's end, not mine.
Okay, I will commentate through Twitch chat.
Yeah, there's literally nothing I can do. It just has to, like, fix itself. Oh yeah, I'm at 366 kilobits per second. Let's go. I am aware, thank you. You don't need to come in and tell me. And this is not something I have any control over.
It is fine.
I have 10k bitrate, by the way.
Oh, let's go. Oh, we're back.
Yeah, it does this. It's on Twitch's end, I'm fairly sure.
All right, Matthew
and Headsack are both kind of gaming.
Yeah.
Oh, Matthew broke. I lied.
Matthew broke. Kaneko also
Kaneko
breaking. But like 300k lead for SoCal at the break. I don't think this is very winnable by Ohio, especially with Utami still on that FC. Headsack not far behind.
As long as Utami holds, they're fine, but they do need him to hold for at least a little bit longer.
Yeah, Matthew.
Utami Headsack win this. They just have too much combo. Okay, wait, Utami. He's got 800k.
This is not enough for Ohio.
Yeah,
They're,
it's
like,
not gonna
so
bring.
behind.
They don't have enough to bring back 300k. Wait, no, they don't. There's too little.
No, they definitely don't. It's not even close. Still a pretty ridiculous performance from SoCal.
Oh, Headstack breaks at the end as well.
Yeah, that is pretty unfortunate.
How close does this get at the end here? Well,
Like,
the map
it's
is
about
already over.
100K.
Utami has already left the lobby. Thank you, Bancho, for lagging super hard a lot, but ends up being a...
It's about 100k.
100k.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid performance. It does not match up to Exarch though.
Yeah,
Exarch's still the best
Exarch puts up those
like player score on that.
But Utami is just farming match costs though.
Yeah, farming match cost and PP. I'm pretty sure that would be worth anything if he something.
I don't think that map's actually worth that much. I'd have to go check. I don't like.
Oh, maybe HHR.
I say, well, okay. So put it this way, like. Rank 2 on this is Ryuke, 99.73 hidden hard rock. It's 606. So like it's really not okay for somebody in the top 100. It's not that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, the world when PP inflation.
But so 4-3 now, SoCal. We're back in pick order after the couple break points.
Ohio now faced with a bit of a predicament.
I think
they could pick Bleed Blood. They could also pick Nomad 3.
Yeah, I think it's a Nomad here if you're Ohio, but I don't know which. I don't know if you trust Nomad 4 knowing what Utami is capable of, but I don't know if they have enough backing score on SoCal side.
Matthew is a good tech player. He could put up a good score. Headsack's also not bad at that type of map. But I'm looking towards the more like unconventional stuff, but I really don't know how much more of that type of map is left in this pool for them.
I mean, Nomad 3, Nomad 4.
Like is
DT,
Fremont, I don't know what
DT 3? Which one, sorry?
Fremont 3.
Fremont 3 is Soulwind. It's literally just a 200 BPM stream map.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I did not play that map, so I do not know.
Yeah, it's just a stream map. Utami FC'd it, and SoCal won it against NorCal. And right. Okay, Ohio's gonna pick it. That's bold. That's
Wait, they picked Fremont
really
3?
bold.
I guess just because Utsuha did so well on Nomad 2 rather, that they probably just thinking like, okay, we're gonna put Uchiha on Nomad, Airyu on Hidden, I guess, and then Kablaze Hard Rock. That's kind of what I expect to
Kablaze
see.
doesn't.
Or the other way around.
Yeah,
maybe
it's Airyu, Hard Rock, Kablaze Hidden on their free mods typically. And
then SoCal, I don't know what you
SoCal
do.
goes Utami, Nomad, Spev, Hidden, Headstack, Hard Rock. And Headstack tanks Hard Rock. He's
yeah.
The thing is, like, Headstack got 163k. They won this because Spev put up 610k Hidden and Utami FC'd Nomad. But they're going to need, like, that level of score from those two and better from Headstack against Ohio, who are, I think, one of the best teams in this tournament on free mods. Like, the Kablaze and Airyu free mod combo is kind of nuts.
And then Uchiha it's a Nomad 2, Uchiha Nomad 2 mode. But Kaneko is actually in the lobby and Uchiha is not.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to keep this roster or if they're going to change it.
Surely they must, right? I don't view Kaneko as a stamina player.
Yeah.
I do view Uchiha as a stamina player.
Yeah, I think you've got to be switching in Uchiha for this.
He's probably playing the map if I had to guess. And then, yeah, you are right with SoCal keeping that same roster. Airyu out. Is Kaneko gonna take Hard Rock on this, and then Uchiha Nomad, and no Airyu?
I don't honestly know, because, like, to me, nobody on Ohio is, like, a Hard Rock stream player, right?
No, but I think Airyu has the capability of doing that, but they're just not, like... Oh, wait, Kaneko out.
That's got to be Uchiha then, right? I mean, I think
surely.
I think it's got to be Kablaze. I think it's got to be Kablaze Hidden, Airyu, Hard Rock, Uchiha, Nomad. Like, it's got to be.
Yeah, and there he is.
Yeah,
I mean,
and then
I think we are correct
SoCal.
with this.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be kind of similar on both sides, but like SoCal with Utami on Nomad versus Ohio with Uchiha on Nomad, like you're just expecting those guys to FC, and then it's a matter of how well the mod players do. TBH, I think Ohio's mod players are better at this than SoCal's, but Spev put up 610k with Hidden, which is really solid. That being said,
Kablaze can match that.
Yeah, Kablaze Hidden streams like really good. She's super good at Hidden flow aim.
Yeah, I also just do not view Headstack as a left-hand player. So
I mean, he put up 163k on this, so I think you're pretty right about that.
Oh, that is, yeah, okay.
I think you're on to something there. But the big question,
yeah,
you just have to get an FC on both sides, I think, and then go from there for the others. SoCal needs Spev to repeat his score from yesterday as well, which is difficult, I think, because he did not look super comfortable. Like, he managed to hold combo, but his accuracy suffered really hard because of it. So hopefully he'll improve the accuracy, keep the combo. Headstack just needs to improve his score by a ton. This is going to be very, very contested between the teams.
I mean, just from what I've seen so far, Headstack is doing a pretty good job.
And Kablaze and Uchiha both break in the first couple hundred combo. There goes Spev too.
That's really bad. Now you're ahead of me. That's fine, I guess.
Ohio's only full combo left is Hard Rock, which is like the riskiest combo to have on a map like this.
With sick act too. He's holding 99.4.
Airyu has been like getting ridiculous scores on free mods over the past couple weeks. He's always their Hard Rock player in free mods, and he's been just popping off. So
yeah, and Headstack is still holding a 500 combo, matching Airyu, albeit with much lower act, but still, it looks like he's improving his score substantially.
Yeah, this is like he has literally already matched his score, and now my stream is frozen. Okay, there we go. Like Headstack has already gotten a better score than he got yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, he could kind of melt.
Oh, there goes Kablaze again.
Really intense pick. Oh man.
Oh, there goes Headstack. Okay.
Like, oh, Headstack does miss.
Utami with the FC. Too, though. Okay, it's Utami's FC. This is just Utami time now because he is the only FC left, and he has 100.
Yeah, they are also winning by
100K.
130k right now, halfway through.
Spev has a pretty solid backing combo as well. He is matching Uchiha, which is really important. Like, if you can get a matching score from your Hidden player against their Nomad player and let your Nomad players have a free full combo, that's so big on these free mods.
This does appear, at least so far, to be a bit of a blunderous pick from Ohio.
Knowing what they knew going into this and how SoCal did on it yesterday, I mean, they must have thought that their scores were good enough, but we'll just have to see because there's still a third of the map to go.
Yeah, on paper, this wasn't a bad
there goes
decision,
Spev.
but it just
Oh,
seems...
there goes
Spev
Spev.
missing. Blaze misses 2.
Okay, both hidden players. Chain missing a stream. But Headsec has backing combo for Utami, who still has the full combo alive, and Utsuha and Aryu just cannot match that.
Yeah, I feel like if we see a miss from Utami or Headstack, this could start to get close, but Aryu...
Headstack finds a break. So, and there goes Utsuha. It's over. It is over. Utami is just... Oh my god, Spev, no! Oh, that was so sad to watch.
Gosh,
Spev's gonna drop by 300k. Headstack's gonna improve by 300k. Utami's just gonna FC again. Like, what if... This is just
an absolute
Oh,
fiesta
Utami
right now.
over
Utami
to that
misses
stream!
right at the end.
Oh,
But it doesn't matter.
I mean, he's gonna
He did
top.
enough.
Yeah, he's gonna top score the lobby by 300k. But that's a really sad way to lose your FC.
I don't think he can. He knows he can do it. I really don't think it matters. 800, almost 900k.
He missed on the
is
aim.
A very respectable score.
Wow,
It's probably been nervous.
Spev was out of that lobby, and so I hate that they leave
Yeah.
instantly. It's so annoying for the stream. But
I
that's
just think he was probably upset with that score based
Yeah.
on yesterday.
But that is a break point, and that is his client crashed. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that's unlucky.
That was interesting. I mean, it's fine, but like, all right.
It happens.
Yeah. So that's a 5-3 lead now for SoCal. It was a mispick for Ohio. I mean, 1.67 million for SoCal. Their score was 1.75 million yesterday, so they came pretty close to matching. If Utami had FC, they would have exceeded their score from yesterday.
Yeah, I don't really understand. Like, if they actually did do worse than their current scores, but Ohio, like, just not able to match up. That is just an unfortunate mispick from them, I guess. And now 5-3 in favor of SoCal.
And it's their own pick.
Yeah, this is jeez.
Is this
this is looking kind of bad.
Is this a Nomad 4 angle?
I think that maybe now this may be a normal Nomad 4 angle.
It's
Alternative. You could also pick DT3.
I think
maybe?
it's I think it's Nomad 3, Nomad 4, or DT3. I don't think they go Nomad 1, Nomad 5, Hard Rock 2, Fremod 1. Those are the others.
Yeah, I don't think so. Nomad 1 is like such a toss-up. I don't think we'll see that at all. Like,
Yeah.
not even just this map.
Yep, DT3. Good call.
Yeah.
So the Undead Corporation. It is Hafuri,
Apuri.
SoCal finger control and speed, supremacy, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I think we will definitely see Matthew.
Yeah, this is Matthew Tommy Spev, I think, but it might be Headstack.
Either Spev or Chizaron.
Or apparently
I don't know
Headstack.
his name.
I call him Chizaron.
Okay. Headstack, interesting. I don't think Headstack is bad at maps like this. And Shotgun Ape making a reappearance for Team Ohio. Let's go. Presumably, Kablaze will be their third, probably just playing the map right now.
Yeah, it's basically What?
Chaz Aaron.
Chaz Aaron? I thought he was
surely
saying
not
Chaz like to me, you know? He was like, you call him Chaz
Oh.
Aaron, but then I realized that Tromix I don't think knows my name. So a little unsure there. Chaz Aaron? Chaz Aaron? I feel like you run it together, right? Like Chaz Aaron?
Yeah, but that doesn't even look correct.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it should be like Chizaron. It really feels like it should be Chizaron. I don't know. Clearly
Yeah.
not, but it's whatever.
And we do see Kablaze coming in for Ohio's third.
Yeah, well, we knew this was gonna be Aryu Kablaze as two. I'm a little surprised to see Headstack in for SoCal in this, to be honest.
Yeah, I would expect Spev, but, you know, maybe they must know something we do not.
Yeah. I mean, Headstack is like reasonably good at finger control, and this is only 230, so it's not like super high raw speed. It's not like streams or anything, but yeah, I don't know. We'll have to watch
We'll
the
have to
map
see.
and see. Yeah, we saw some kind of average scores on this. I feel like last time, like I expected Tony to just come in and FC it, considering he's rank 1 on Banjo, but that did not happen.
as time has proven time and time again, leaderboard scores does not equal tournament performance.
Sometimes it does. If your name's Vaxay, it does sometimes, but that's about it.
Yes, that is true. Yes, if you are a robot.
If
alien,
you were literally a robot programmed to play Osu perfectly.
Yeah. Well, so far, accuracy advantage pretty in favor of Ohio, but
Kablaze breaks. It's not even really, because Matthew's got 99%, so like he's bolstering that SoCal accuracy by a lot on his own. Oh, there's head stack breaking, though.
Oh, head stack.
Lead over to Ohio instantly. Decent amount of map left,
even then,
though.
Matthew Zach is keeping this incredibly close.
Kablaze.
Kablaze missing again as well, but head stack trading immediately. But Airyu missing too.
And Matthew as well. Oh my god.
Matthew,
okay, so it's Shotgun 8 versus Utami. The only combos left. Shotgun 8 up by a decent amount of accuracy over Utami, but both with the FCs and the combo lead basically negligible. I think they're almost dead even
so
their combo.
close halfway through.
Oh, head stack finds the break.
Head stack. That is a really bad break to happen right now, right at the slow part.
Yeah, the slow part should be able to help Ohio. No, Kablaze breaks on the finger control. Head stack finds another miss.
But head stack trading.
This
is ridiculous.
Oh, Matthew breaks.
Matthew breaks as well.
Okay.
And that's going to send the lead immediately to Ohio.
So Airyu. Oh, Shotgun Ape.
Oh,
no,
but Shotgun Ape
it goes back. Utami once again. Just the rock for SoCal. He is always there. He always has a combo. You do not beat SoCal unless you have somebody matching Utami, it seems.
Well, Airyu has built his combo back up a little bit. If we see a break from Utami, this could get interesting.
That's
but
such a
Utami
big if right now.
Looking quite confident, yeah.
95 AC, not the best, but not the worst either. And his finger control is nuts. Oh, he breaks on the Buzz Slider.
Oh, but he breaks. Oh,
the fast Buzz. Airyu's got 650 combo. It's enough. It's technically enough.
Oh,
no, he breaks.
But he breaks.
What did he even miss on Airyu? Oh, my God. And now he's just trolling.
And that's
gonna do
put
it.
The nail in the coffin.
Oh, Ohio, man.
That is a horrifying news for Ohio.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Morty.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God.
And that is just
poor
gonna be
Ohio, dude.
120K in favor of SoCal. Utami with the S rank along with Shotgun Ape.
God, Utami with
Dang, that's gotta
the
stay.
one slider break. Oh, man, you hate to see it for Ohio. That's break points now. Or match points now, excuse me, for SoCal. Oh, jeez. All right, well,
Ohio's pick, I mean, they can still get another point if they pick properly. I would imagine now is the no mod 4 time. But like what else, like what other options are there? I don't even know. Utami is just looking like ridiculous right now.
Yeah, Utami is, I mean, like I said, he's match cost farming is what he's doing. He's just top scoring everything. If you're Ohio, like, this has to be, we keep talking about Nomad 3 and 4. Hard Rock 2, Airyu FC'd on Friday night.
That's not a bad idea. I just fear that SoCal has a stronger core, and I don't know if Airyu can recreate that performance, because that is incredibly difficult to do. Because, like, I mean, like, Kablaze, I guess, is really strong on precision, but I don't know who their third is. I guess it would have to be Kaneko, because I don't think Uchiha has very good at precision.
Yeah.
And SoCal, like, their core is just looking kind of crazy right now.
Yeah, SoCal has just looked good. Do you just risk the Nomad 4? Like, do you hope that SoCal falls off after Utami on Nomad 4 and Kablaze and Airyu are good enough to
I don't see how many other options there are. Like, the map picks have really declined here. Like,
yeah, they run out
on
of
paper,
pool.
there's not a whole lot of things that they win anymore. Nomad 5, I guess, is doable if Uchiha and Airyu are feeling good.
Nope, Nomad 3.
Like, Utami is looking kind of ridiculous on speed. Nomad 3. I don't know how I feel about this one.
I'm just gonna throw something out there real quick. So last year, SoCal eliminated Ohio in the grand finals weekend in the losers bracket final. Do you want to know what the score was of that match?
Was it 7-6?
It was 7. It was 7-3. The score right now is 6-3.
Oh goodness. Oh gosh. Oh golly.
SoCal just looking to send Ohio out by the same score 2 years in a row.
That would be definitely a moment. Man, gee, I would really hate to see that happen.
Oh boy.
I don't really know. I'm just terrified that you've said this now.
Yeah, and I don't know if to expect it because I think Ohio is very good at this type of pick. They have players who are super good at alt. But Utami just is not to be denied this match. Like, Ohio needs to get a score to match Utami and then have their backing players do as well as they have been. Like, this needs to be Utsuwa and one of the others almost like double FCing to just be secure. And
Utami, $20 PayPal to disconnect right now.
Yeah. Utami, what, one missed this yesterday?
I believe so. And for what it's worth, SoCal is having a little trouble early on.
Two early breaks, but it's so early in the map. I mean, there's a lot of time to go, but Ohio has looked good on Nomad 3s in this tournament. Their ult is very strong, but this one is a little different than a lot of the ult we've been seeing.
It is, but they're still looking quite strong after the first quarter, especially with 2 breaks coming out. Another break from which is our own.
Or however we're supposed to say his name.
Y'all know what I mean.
Yeah, we've now completely messed up how we're supposed to pronounce it, but yeah, Triple FC still intact for Ohio. Utami doing what he can. Matthew not far behind. They were the two that scored best for SoCal yesterday. But they got to hope for some breaks from Ohio, not breaks from Matthew. That's the wrong person to break if you're SoCal. So maybe we won't be running back to 7-3. Oh my god, wait a minute. Kablaze Utsuwa just instantly double break.
They've built up a 200k lead, so now it's just Airyu holding the FC.
He has to hold. He has to hold.
Yeah, if we see any breaks from Airyu, this is going to spell disaster for Team Ohio.
I think Airyu is looking so comfortable, though. 99.5 AC almost.
He's looking comfortable, but they're building up combo in SoCal.
It's coming down.
Is coming back.
Yeah. Oh, Chazar on break. Matthew has
help.
a decent combo. If Airyu breaks, it's like doable. But Airyu is just not looking like he's gonna miss anytime soon, and that should be good enough for Ohio. Because there's just
don't say that. Utami is holding an FC still. If Airyu breaks at any point, then they are going to lose like 100,000 to 200,000 points.
Oh my god, he slider breaks.
And there it is.
Utami on the FC still is he? Does he have enough? Oh, Utami breaks 2.
Oh, and Utami breaks 2.
There's combo on both Utami and Matthew. This comes down so fast at the ending. Matthew breaks, though. I think that might be the savior, but it's going to be so close in the very ending. He's got about 40k more score to build up. And it's not enough.
Do it.
Ohio holds on.
Just gonna be denying the prophecy. Utami with the FC is still not enough.
Utami, man, you feel for him. The full combo is not enough. And Ohio escapes to live at least one more point. Wow.
Well, I will say, at the very least, with a performance like that, I do not think Utami would have mental boom. An FC is pretty difficult in and of itself, regardless of accuracy.
Yeah,
so
if
it is now SoCal's pick 7-4 or 6-4 rather.
If Utami SS's, that's the only way they win that. Because it's 45k, he got 937k. Like, he basically would have had to SS or very close to it. I don't think he can feel too bad about that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It would be a little unreasonable to be upset about something like that.
I can't wait to see Utami's match costs after this, dude. Oh my god.
Oh man,
he's gonna have like a 2
ever. And now it is SoCal's pick. They're at match point. They need to not screw this up.
Yeah, I mean this is their last pick. It's 6-4. This is the final pick they're gonna get.
Yeah, the only thing is though, like, what do you pick as Team Ohio if you somehow can eke out this break point?
Well, it's Nomad 5 for SoCal, so we know that much. It's going to be Dorothea as the pick for South California.
I think this
almost might be a mispick. almost might be a mispick here.
I was actually going to say that this would be Ohio's pick. It was either this or Bleed Blood, but now, if they can take this, they're free to pick Bleed Blood.
If they win this, they coin flip internally between Bleed Blood and BIOS, I'm pretty sure. Like, it's one of those two.
Seems accurate.
Yeah, currently Utami is at a 2.07 match cost. Next highest is Utua with a 1.52.
Good God.
Utami, dude.
That is foul.
Holy shit.
That is disgusting. And interestingly enough, well, I mean, we don't see Utua right now, but I imagine they're probably just playing this at the moment.
And everybody leaves to go practice something or other. I mean, this map is like 4 minutes long. I'm not really sure what you're going to go practice right now. But
I'm probably just looking at it in the editor,
yeah.
I guess. Maybe playing something to keep warm.
I can't decide if I think this was like the optimal pick. I really don't think it is. I think Nomad 4 would have been better. Or even, like, you saw what they did on Freemod 1. Utami freaking SS'd Freemod 1. I don't know why you wouldn't pick that again.
I'm very surprised. I think they're just worried about someone like Airyu on a map like that. Linear aim is something that he's really strong at. Uto has no slouch at it either. Like, and I'm sure Kablaze can put up a decently respectable score Hard Rock, like, or Hidden rather.
Wait, what? Why did my match just start for one person? That was weird. Sorry, it's fine now. It just, like, Utami started playing, and there were only, like, 2 people in the lobby.
We see Kaneko in for Nomad 5.
Why do you not have Utua? Why do you not have Utua in down match point?
I mean, they haven't begun yet. There's still time, but I do not understand this one at all. Are we going to see Kaneko playing Nomad 5?
Are you going to say Kaneko playing match point down Nomad 5?
MP settings. I think we are seeing Kaneko playing Nomad 5. And then Utami, Shadowrun. We also don't see. We see Headstack and not Sped in for SoCal. I think that's kind of.
Yeah.
insane.
Okay. Kaneko left. Utami said GLHF and then Kaneko left.
Yeah, that's. I assume we will see Utah. I can't. I was gonna be so incredulous if we saw Kaneko in place of Utah on the Nomad 5.
Seeing some interesting gamesmanship here in the late stages of this match, by the way. A lot of stalling, last second player changes.
Utah must be playing as much of this as he can. And there he is.
All right. So the core 3 for Ohio looking to give themselves an opportunity to send it to a tiebreaker on their own pick. Meanwhile, Utami, Headstack, and Chazaron, or Chazarin, or I still don't know how to pronounce it now. Thanks for ruining me. In for SoCal. Well, Utami, we know how good he is at speed. But this is like not a raw speed map. This has a lot of aim and kind of awkward mapping as well. It's an LMT map, you know. It's not going to be, you know, kind of a bog standard sort of speed map.
Yeah, this map's quite weird.
So
it's nothing like it ain't no Gwyn.
Yeah, it's not what's the OWC one? Temptation.
Yeah, Temptation.
It's not a normal Nomad 5, but it definitely requires plenty of speed and a lot of consistency as well, with it being 4 minutes long. And we see an early break from each team. Blaze and Chazaron. I'm just gonna continue saying his name that way, I guess, because it's how it's in my head. I can't change it now.
It just looks like that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I guess that's probably why they have Headstack in over Sped. I don't think
Headstack early break.
Oh, yeah, he kind of just sort of blundered that whole section there.
Really think, like, with Ohio playing the way they are, I don't think this was the wave. I don't think this was an Nomad 5 angle for SoCal, but obviously a ton of map to come, so can't say that too soon.
If I had to guess, it's probably because Utami is feeling really good on speed right now. He has been just absolutely destroying the mechanic picks. I guess they're just hoping that he's enough for this, but right now it's looking like a great mispick.
Yeah, it's so early in this, though. I mean,
it is.
It's gonna. Oh, there's first break. It's gonna be Utua. Oh. That was just a small miss aim, though, so hopefully it's not gonna be indicative of anything to come. But there's a break from Kablaze. That's her second miss of the map. I believe had broken right at the beginning.
This is going to go right back in favor of SoCal very fast.
And there's a break from Headstack, though. So it's
Utami. Not a break from any FCs,
yeah, it needs...
We need to see a break from Utami or Chizaron.
Aryu just casually holding the FC as well, but down a bit of accuracy on Utami. Okay, this is going to be a tight one at this rate, but it's going to need, like you said, it's going to need to be a break from one of those two big combos on SoCal, either Utami or Chizaron.
I mean, Utami is just looking so comfortable.
Yeah.
We did see that early break from Chizaron, but it's, oh gosh.
It's only a 40K lead. This is
difference.
so close halfway through. I mean, one miss anywhere just sends the score flying one direction or the other.
Yeah, I do think Uta was also Bancho. They still have a
440 combo. Maybe so. There's the break from Headstack. Oh my goodness,
Headstack just died.
Wow, okay.
Headstack passes away. That will make this more interesting.
Chizaron is matching like the Kablaze Utua combo, but
oh, this is gonna come down. It's already coming down.
This is gonna be a close one. A third of the map still to come. Aryu has to hold. Oh my god, there goes Headstack again. That's really valuable for Ohio.
Aryu is shaking.
Aryu, you don't expect Aryu of all people to be nervous, but I'm pretty sure Aryu is nervous as hell right now. Oh my god, the cursor shakes from Aryu. I've never seen anything like this from him.
Oh man.
Oh, Aryu.
He just needs to hold, but the score lead is coming down. It's only a 10K difference right now.
Oh, he made it through all that.
Headstack breaks again.
It's going to go over. Ohio's going to take this over because of Headstack if this continues. And this is going to come into the last Ki. Oh, this
Aryu is shaking like a madman.
He has brought the accuracy into his favor over Utami, by the way. And Aryu is still FCing. Utami's still FCing. Chizaron on a 1350 combo, but Kablaze and Uzuha both popping off.
Jesus Christ, this is
oh, there goes Uzuha.
Uzuha breaks.
They still have a decent amount of combo, though, between Kablaze and Aryu against Chizaron and Utami, but it's going to be enough for SoCal to take the lead back over. This is going to come down.
Needs to break.
It needs to be a break from Utami or Chizaron, or Ohio are going to be eliminated right here. Another miss from Uzuha is not what they need. There goes Headstack again. He loses some more score.
Again, though.
But can Chizaron and Utami bring this one in? Kablaze and Aryu are doing everything that they can, but it's just not going to be enough.
Not enough.
And SoCal are going to take it. It's theirs. Utami with another FC matches Aryu, and Chizaron with enough backing score over Kablaze, and SoCal by 42,000 points are going to be the victors. 7-4 the final score. They are top 3. They eliminate Ohio for the second year in a row, and may I say, they are the prohibitive favorites to get to that grand final against Florida.
Can I just see the match costs? Just
1.95. 1.95 for Utami. Next best on SoCal was 1.07. And they won 7-4.
That is an absolutely disgusting match cost. What is Ohio?
Ohio had Utua at 1.39, Aryu at 1.31, Kablaze at 1.28, and they lost 7-4.
1.97 to 1. What was it? 1.37 or
1.37, 1.39 and 1.31 for Utua and Aryu, 1.28 for Kablaze, like all pretty close.
My
and Utami
God,
1.95 to just single-handedly hard carry in a way that we do not see very often. That was Utami with the match of a lifetime. I mean, you do not see a performance like that day in and day out. It just does not happen.
On a finals pool, that's like a borderline inhuman match cost.
Yeah,
that's really good.
That is like last year Vaxei tier. That is as well as Vaxei did in the late rounds last year. I mean, look at Utami, top scores no mod 6, top scores for his team, second best score on Hidden 2, top scores DT 2, top scores Hidden 1, second top scores no mod 2, and I think top scores the rest of the match. Like, every map after that, I'm pretty sure Utami top scored after Hidden 1, or after Nomad 2. Yeah. That is, like, you're just not going to see a performance like that. I need everyone to understand just how ridiculous that was. This is not SoCal being stacked. This is Utami just putting his team in his backpack and saying, don't worry, guys, I got this.
Yeah, just showing that Utami wears the freshest clothes, is the most jacked.
That is,
the whole, you know.
That is like, KD putting up 49 against the Bucks in the, you know, I mean, that's just a historic performance from Utami. That's up there. With
we now get to see SoCal versus Virginia.
We get SoCal and SoCal, Virginia with what they have left. SoCal is just gonna step on them. I don't, unfortunately for Virginia, I just don't see a way, especially considering the pool is going to be even harder next week. So Florida just has to be preparing. And the one thing that I will say that Florida has in their favor is that I do think they have better backing players behind, like as a whole team, than SoCal behind Utami. But that kind of performance, if he can do that again in Grand Finals, man.
Yeah, it will be. I mean, I just don't know. Like, yeah, like you said, it's gonna come down to like the one, you know, just tank of a player versus the overall team synergy. I'm not sure what's gonna come out on top, especially with how difficult this pool gets. Like, there will be maps assuredly where like it's gonna be like 300 Ks, and then one player has like, you know, just some ridiculous performance. That's not out of the question on a pool of this difficulty.
Yeah, I mean, we see that time and time again in late rounds, finals, grand finals. Like, one player can really just straight up make a difference. So, well,
yeah, that's gonna do it for USC this weekend. Finals weekend is now over.
Yeah, that is our last match. So, congratulations, SoCal, on a ridiculous performance from Utami. Ohio goes home in 4th place. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. We'll be back tomorrow evening for the Grand Finals Map Pool Showcase. And then we will have the Grand Finals weekend next Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be Virginia versus SoCal, and then the winner of that takes on Florida in the Grand Finals. So we're coming down to the end here. Make sure you're following the stream, know when we go live. Make sure you're following sub to the YouTube so you know when the VODs go up. If you want to watch these matches back, see some of these insane performances again. And as always, thank you to HyperX in addition for sponsoring the tournament. Big shout outs to them. But that is, like Will said, that's going to do it for our weekend. Finals are over. We have our top 3. Now we got to find out what order they'll come in the end. Who's going to win the whole thing at the end of the tournament. So we will,
I think
on that note,
get going.
Yep. So, thank you for watching. See you guys tomorrow for Grand Finals Map Pool Showcase. Have a great night.
Goodbye.
No, that's what you like.